This week on Dating in Lagos.
Celibacy. Okay. You see, like celibacy, I think celibacy is a state of being self-centered. To me, it's a state of being self-centered.
So it's selfish.
Because it's very selfish. To me, except it's being agreed by both parties. Because
And there should be a unique reason shared between you guys for you to want to be
a
on
unique
celibate.
reason and an acceptable reason.
For you to be
Not
celibate.
because a reason can be unique, but I might not accept it. You get my point? You can tell me, okay, spiritually, I have to be a celibate for a particular period. What if I'm not spiritually inclined? You get my point? And at the end of the day, we're putting that guy in a tight corner. That same guy will have to look for other stuff. Because you know men.
Okay. About sex and all that, because this is where this is coming from. People will say, "Can't I be in a relationship without having sex?" Another group of people will say, "Why would I go in a relationship without having sex?" Now, is it normal for me to? Why do I even need to be in a relationship if I'm not going to be sexually satisfied? Because let's think about the lower animals now, the dogs, the hens, chickens, and all that. They can actually fend for themselves.
Yeah.
You understand? But they only go to the female species when they want sex. So that shows that the female are only there to not majorly, but in some parts, satisfy us sexually.
Yes.
Because if God would have not wanted the females to be around, He would have actually created the other female sexual parts within us. So it can actually be.
Or put it at the eye. So just take it and return.
So what's the take?
But the main constraint here we're talking about is about if you can be in a relationship and sex-free. That means you in a relationship, that we're talking about before marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, being in a relationship.
No, in marriage.
In marriage.
Yeah, being celibate in
we're talking
marriage.
about both. That is
Yeah.
in marriage. And see, to be truthful, any marriage without sex is heading towards a crash. Don't be deceived.
You heard? Did you hear that?
Don't
Did you
be
hear that?
Dating in
Did you hear
Lagos,
that? My
sex,
ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome
lies,
back. I
and
remember
traffic.
and all day. Okay, good. Mr. Joshua, aka Bishop, Archbishop.
How you doing?
All right, you said a lot about masturbation and celibacy in marriage or celibacy in relationship. Now, so what are the causes? So why would anybody want to be involved in masturbating?
Like seriously, the causes of masturbation. You see, to me, I believe. Okay, now talking about tender age of masturbation. You know, like young people, most of them having the first time of having orgasm or libido going high. Most of them tend to masturbate. But when it is not a regular thing, it becomes an habit.
Whoa.
It becomes an habit.
So why would any teenager want to be involved in masturbation? Maybe because he doesn't have enough care from the parent, or maybe
Because
because of
most of like a teenager having the urge, you cannot walk up to a girl at that time, or maybe you're not married then.
Yeah,
so most of the time, you in a plain way, you try to help yourself.
basically.
Don't try to look at my hand like, you try to help yourself. Like that's for the teenage part of it. Then another reason for me, you see, when you are an habitual watcher of porn, you see, it is very difficult for you to see a regular and an habitual viewer of porn that does not masturbate. It's almost impossible.
Almost impossible. Okay, good. That's very important. Then, let's talk about the other side, celibacy. What would cause any individual to want to go into celibacy or want to be celibate, a male or female? Why would they want to just decide not to be involved in sex? Like, okay, let's 4 years and your wife just decided to just have a break on sex for 2 years. How would you feel? 2 years, 24 months.
Yeah, it happens. But like, to me, my own view on celibacy thing, it's a kind of selfish and self-centered. Because your time,
so what are the
my
reasons?
time.
The reasons? Why would anybody want to be involved?
The reasons, to me, is a self-reason. And for there to be any issue of you being a celibate, it must be generally accepted by both parties.
Word.
But going back to the reason can be any form of reason. It's not about the reason we're talking about.
I mean, most will say for spiritual cleansing, my doctor said I should stay away from sex nowadays, blah blah blah, and also I just decided I just want to be away, blah blah blah.
Fine. You see, if it's a medical term, that means it is not an issue. If it's medical condition, then it is not an issue.
That means both of you.
In fact, if all celibate has to do with the medical line, then we will not be talking about the topic of celibacy.
To be a disease,
You
then
get
we'll
my
run
point?
away from
Then
it.
it must surely be acceptable. You get my point? But the most time in the context has to do with maybe tradition or has to do with spiritual something. But a wife can be spiritually inclined and the husband not spiritually inclined.
All right, guys. You see, I told you he's very intelligent, very wide and thought, brilliant. Okay, good. I don't want to bore you guys because I know you viewers at home, you have other things to say, your comments, your suggestions, and contributions. All right, so don't let me bore them at home. Now, tell me, what are the disadvantages of involving yourself in masturbation?
The disadvantage.
Yeah.
Disadvantage can only be the effect. The effect has to do with most. I stand to be corrected. You see, most habitual masturbators always have an issue keeping a relationship. One, it affects your relationship. Don't be deceived.
They have taste. They want to.
Don't be deceived. They hardly keep a relationship. No, we are not talking about the context of being married. Because married people who masturbate also have their own secrets with them of relationship not being smooth with both spouses.
Whoa.
But to me, now I don't want to go into spiritual aspect because for me as a Christian, which I stand to be corrected, is that masturbation is wrong. It's a sin. In fact, a time comes, it graduates from being a sin to iniquity, from iniquity to be an abomination. I think I see that in the book in Leviticus, you know. But actually, I don't think there's a medical effect with masturbation.
Okay. I have some friends who would say, I'm not very vocal when it comes to women. I don't know how to ask the woman out, and women do turn me down. I don't want to run a prostitute, but I feel cool masturbating. Is that a normal thing?
It's not a normal thing. It's not a normal thing.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? It's
like,
not normal.
Seriously, it's not a normal thing. The fact is that you are not solving the problem of low self-esteem.
Word.
You get my point? Because you can masturbate every other day
and still not be satisfied.
Not be satisfied.
All right. And some people might say, I want to masturbate because this whole thing started when we've been married for 4 years and we don't have a kid. We went to the doctor for a checkup and he asked me to drop a sample of my sperm. I masturbated and man, I enjoyed the whole experience. So I started that habit. So what do you have to say about that?
Like you just said it, habit. Once or twice can never be an habit.
It became a lifestyle.
It's a norm. See, masturbation, I'd say a man going for maybe sperm test or something, fertility test, once you go for that infertility test or something, now maybe you masturbate. That's if that is the only option. If that is the only option for May analysis, fine. But now it is not possible that you being an habitual masturbator just because you went for a sperm test. It started with you having interest in that act. From interest, it became a norm. From norm to a lifestyle.
Wow. All right. This is our time now. People, viewers of DI Editing Lagos Sex Lies and Traffic, I hope you had fun listening to him. And if you have any suggestion, opinions, contribution, please make sure you drop at the comment section. Follow us on YouTube, Dating in Lagos Sex Lies and Traffic, and on Instagram, dating_in_Lagos. Man, we love you guys. May your one and only Henry Arnold, aka Arnold. I'm with me.
Archbishop.
Dating in Lagos, sex, lies, and traffic.